my fellow mobile gamers? In today's video, we are taking a look at an early access game. This is called Wasteland Punk. I had the developers, Try Hard Games, reach out to me. They wanted me to check this game out that they are working on, make a video on it. So I was like, sure, I'll check it out. You know, I love to play games. So here we are. We are going to do a beginner's guide for anybody who wants to check out this game, jump into it, and it is pretty cool. It's got a post-apocalyptic world feel, kind of like a Mad Max mixed with a bunch of other things. It's pretty cool though. So here we go. This is a brand new account I have for the video. My main account is doing pretty well. All right, so here we go. You're gonna start off just like this, very new. First thing, the most important thing is we're gonna go over to the manor. Now the manor is where we generate our resources from fuel, scrap, parts, electronic parts, and nerium. The most important resource out of all of these is scrap. Scrap upgrades literally everything. All your buildings, you'll need scrap in order to upgrade them. We're here, and what you do is you use your workers, your mercenaries that you recruit, to produce different resources. So you can add them or subtract them right here, and the production will change. So right now we have 2 over here because this is a brand new account. You'll get more workers and you'll have a ton of this stuff flowing through. But what you want to do is you want to upgrade your scrap first, because you're going to notice that when you first start off, you really can't hold that much, right? Your storage for scrap is very low. So what you're going to want to do is upgrade this as much as you can. That way, when you go to work or you go to sleep or you're just away from the game for a few hours, you'll still be generating extra resources. And then when you come back, you'll have a ton of scrap collected and you'll be able to upgrade a ton of different things. Like I said, this is the #1 important thing. You want to have scrap, as much scrap as possible. So upgrade your storage right here so that you can have more. And then the next thing would be upgrading your manor, which will actually let you have more workers work, or you'll be able to distribute more workers among your productions. That is also another important thing. But aside from the scrap and expanding our manor, the bar is probably the second most important thing, because you need mercenaries. Without mercenaries, you can't really do anything. So right now it says capacity 4 of 7. We have 4 of these guys right here. There's different rarities. There's different types. We have like a patcher, which is kind of like a healer. We have warriors, which is kind of like tanks. While we're here talking about that though, there are 2 classes in particular that are super important, and you should definitely upgrade them and power them up. So we actually don't have them right now, but we'll go into the hire, which is where we can hire new mercenaries. And we'll check it out. We have William, we have a patcher, Grenader. So right here, this is the one we definitely want. A Grenader and a chemist are 2 of the best classes in the game. The Grenader does a ton of AoE damage to the enemies, and the chemist does amazing AoE heals and buffs for your team. You're gonna want those 2 powered up as much as you can. They are the most important ones. And we're going to hire our Grenader right here. We got a few free ones we can do. It's not going to cost us any gold coins. We're going to hire this guy right here. That one's also free. And this is another free one. And we'll have to wait. But you can also refresh it by using your coins or watching an ad. I highly suggest you really don't use your coins to refresh it. I'd wait a little bit until you got a ton saved up, just because there are better ways to spend your gold coin. All right, so we went ahead and we refreshed it, and you'll see we have some new ones. We have our chemist right here. The rarity is right here. It says D. There are different rarities, and as you level up your bar, it will increase your chance to get those higher rarities. Higher rarities are a lot stronger. So if we click upgrade bar, you'll see that we have an increase. Right now for B grade, it says 0.14%. It'll go up to 0.23% for this upgrade to level 3. And then the D rank actually goes down, which is good. You don't really want Ds, you more want to have the C's, the B's, and the A's. I believe the S's are not put in the game yet. So as of right now, the highest rank you can get is an A rank character. But again, because it is early access, but this is definitely another huge priority. This will help you recruit better characters. But we're going to go ahead and we're going to get our chemist right now. And as you can see, it says the bar is full, so we cannot recruit the chemist yet. So we have to upgrade our bar so that our capacity will increase, and then we can have more characters overall. Right now we have 7 of 7. So once we increase that, we can have more. You can also increase the bar capacity. I'm not sure what you would exactly call it, but I know this is the paid currency. So if you want to use 150 of the paid currency, you can increase the bar capacity by 5 instead of just upgrading it and going up by 1 every time you upgrade it. And if we go back over to the manor, you'll see we now have more workers. All right, the next thing for beginners that is super important right here is the expedition. The car is how you go on your missions. If you look right here, it says available vehicles 1 of 1. Now you can actually buy more vehicles. Every time you go out on a mission, you need to use a vehicle. And if you use the outpost and you do a job board and you send your mercenaries on a mission, one of these, you will need a car for them. So cars are very important. So what you're going to want to prioritize with your gold, as you can see, is 500 gold to buy a new car. Bam. And you could change the names of these cars too. And then the next one right here is the 200 paid currency. You do get a little bit of the paid currency, so I would definitely make sure you go ahead and get at least 3 cars. 3 cars is very good to start off with, I'd say. The 4th car is going to cost you 500 of the paid currency. So we go and also look down here. Another thing that is super important is your fuel tank. This is how you move around on the map, by using fuel. Now you start off with 100 fuel, and as you see, you need scrap in order to increase your fuel tank. The more fuel you have, the more you can farm and get more gold coins and more resources out in the wasteland. So the fuel tank is very important. The sight radius just increases your radius. That's not as important. Another thing that we have for beginners is when we go to our outpost, we have our characters, the job board. All right, characters, this is kind of like the main story mission where you can go here and talk and blah, blah, blah. Job boards, though, this is where you kind of send mercenaries on a mission, and it has various times. So we're going to check the offer right here. And the star just means it's any class, so we can put pretty much any class as long as we match the power. The power says it has to be at least 70. We'll get all 3 of these rewards. If you look down at the bottom, time required, it's going to take an hour. So if we click right here, we're just going to send one of these, and look, we'll get all 3 of these. We'll send our squad. We have an available car, so bam. If we go to active job, you'll see the time. If you want, you can also use your paid currency to kind of just instantly collect the reward. But if we go and we look over here, you'll see this one is 2 hours and 30 minutes long. This one gives you a ton more gold. We're getting 433 gold. So make sure you check the rewards, because the longer timed missions give you more gold. So you want to prioritize kind of these. You want to get more gold so that you can buy more things. And then the next thing that is super important that I highly suggest you do is you unlock more of these job offers with your gold coins. So like I said, gold coins are super important, as well as the scrap. Those are probably the 2 most important resources in the game. 1500, you'll unlock another one of these. Definitely want to unlock one of these. Super, super important. And then you can just send more mercenaries out on missions. At least having 3 of these if possible. I'm going to just briefly show off the wasteland. We went on an expedition, and these little markers right here are the enemies. Now early on, you're going to want to kind of stay close to your base right here, because the further you go away from the town, the more difficult the enemies will get. So that is super important to keep in mind. If you see one of these things right here that's kind of radiating yellow gold, these are a main story quest mission. You can just click it and it will instantly take you there. Or you can just kind of explore on your own. Now once you get near one of those, adjacent to one of those enemies, we will have a battle start. So here we go, we have our battle. Now you can change some of the characters to auto, or you can do it manually. So what's really cool, and I think this is really awesome about this game, is you don't just go full auto or full manual. You can actually change the characters from certain characters you want to have auto and certain characters you want to manually do, which I think is very, very good, and I think more games should have that. So you just click at the bottom and you'll see the little computer icon. That means it's on auto for that character. If we switch it and we click it, now means manual. So now I am manually controlling his abilities. For Patcher, let's say we want to do Spike manually too, but we're going to leave Travis and Marvin on auto. And then we kind of just go through here and then we can click and we can do our different abilities. But yeah, that's pretty much it. We're just going to click auto right now so we can just bang through this. But the animations are pretty cool. The battle is pretty cool. The initiative is at the top, showing you the order that they will take a turn. We got victory, so we got 11 coins, we got some XP, we got some loot too. Like I said, scrap is the most important thing, and gold coins. Just remember those as the most important things. Upgrade your scrap storage as much as possible. Focus on scrap. Focus on upgrading your bar, your manor. Try and recruit the stronger rank characters, the C's and the B's if possible. The Chemist and the Grenader are two of the best classes. Focus on them. You should always have a Grenader and a Chemist in your 4-man lineup when you're going out and farming. And then when you make it to certain areas, you do get these like little tiny things where you will actually have different dialogue to choose from. And depending on your dialogue, different things will happen. You might fight an enemy or you might get bonus items. So it's pretty cool. It's got a lot of different aspects. It's a really good RPG game, I'd definitely say. I will see y'all in the next video. Stay happy, stay safe. I love you guys and girls. Peace.
Rack it up, I got a bit of the bank to make me a safe house. Shake it up, she got her hands on her knees and she bringing it.